So they built this area over here a short time after Bongsu arrived, and Bongsu was destined to move over here with Mekapar. And that being said, they lived together for a long time. Bongsu was a wonderful elephant and had eventually did father some calves. But he'd never been around other male elephants, and he'd never really had the upbringing that elephants have in the wild, where they have social groups that they have, like I said, quite complicated and really important to their livelihood. Elephants are not like birds, they're not like insects, they're not like a lot of reptiles, and even some mammals, in that they don't just know what to do by being born and spending a year or so with their parents. They need to learn almost everything that they do as adults, aside from eating and drinking. So that involves a lot of socialising. Otherwise, they actually don't even know how to mate and produce offspring. So it's not as intuitive as you think. So these animals have a lot of education as part of their upbringing. If that sounds familiar, look in the mirror. We don't go to school for almost 16 years for nothing. We don't spend all that time there because we don't need to. We need to learn a lot of the stuff that we do in our life. So we have parenting for a lot of our life. We have to go to special classes. Well, elephants do a similar thing in the wild. And so Bongsu had his life here and was hanging out with Mekapar and the other elephants that have arrived from Thailand. The other elephants that arrived from Thailand, Mekapar being from Malaysia, she's actually about 50 years old now, so she's been here for a long time. But the other elephants that arrived from Thailand, that's Doku, Namoy and Kula. They're the three members in our herd right now, as well as Mekapar. And they're three of the older females in the group. And so they were all here at this point 20 years ago in this inner enclosure, and Bongsu had been exposed to this bigger group of female elephants for the first time. He's had first time in a big pool. He actually disappeared the first day they let him out. They thought that he'd wandered off into the zoo by accident. They'd opened the wrong gate, or maybe they couldn't tell if he was going back and forth between here and the barn, but he actually came straight in and dunked himself and hid right beneath the water. He was so deep, it's actually tall enough you could hide a giraffe in there, but he only had the tip of his trunk sticking out. And so he's a really wonderful, amazing elephant. He was through IVF, we ended up having Marley being born, who was the first female elephant in Australia. And while that was happening over
like covers the skin.
Oh, he's coming closer. You reckon he'll be... Can you see it? Oh, try this for a minute.
Hi, elephant. Baby, come here.
They look like they're posing for a photo. You're both looking together like they're posing for a family photo or something. Aww. They're having a cuddle. But he won't even look up. He won't even look up at all.
Looks so cool. You don't like Nemo?
That's depressing.
The start is very depressing, but everything
Yeah,
else
but we glaze over the start.
you just skip over.
And the whole movie is getting lost. That's depressing. And getting found and having a wonderful time.
Yeah, okay, but
Do you like stories like that?
that's a rock like statue.
He's not even looking at them. Look, look, look. Look, he's looking down at his feet.
Yeah, there we go.
Big dog. Like Coco.